Welcome back. We are working on this here DnB track. And the goal with this is to keep it nice and simple. So we just have a subtrack. We have bass 1, which is doing some harmonic stuff. This one, which is doing the saw wave, which is reverbed. And we have this sound, which is, I think I want to work on this a little bit more today. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change the structure just a little bit. What we'll do is we'll duplicate this one more time. The other idea is we really want call and response happening. So we want a call, which is this section here, and then it's responded with this sound. And then I think, because this goes up, I think we could go in the opposite. So we're going in the chromatic scale, and the chromatic scale is always good to use when you want kind of tension. It's a weird feeling. It's kind of like minor scales are sad, major scales are happy, and having this chromatic, which is one note after the other in a chromatic fashion, it's kind of uneasy, maybe. It's probably got a different emotion for different people. But the way I'm going to make this go down is I'm going to select all the notes. I don't need to select all. I'm going to fold and then select all the notes. And then I'm going to go invert. So this will go down now. And we can just copy this down to this track. And we can also copy it to the sub. And you know what? With the call and response stuff, we can be a little bit fancy. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll move these across. 1 bar or half a bar, and I'm going to extend this out so it cuts into a little bit of time of the original. So this one could go, we'll listen to it on the harmonics track. We could go, we need to take folding off, excuse me. We'll go down one more. And let's go up. Well, no, we'll keep it there. So let's try that. Copy that across to the saw and the sub. Let's have a listen. Who knows? We've got to extend the loop markers out a bit. And then of course we would have a different sound here. Maybe we could just make this an octave lower for now. And I think for this bass 2, which is the saw wave, it'd be cool to kind of distort this a bit as it gets to the end of the phrase, because the kind of vibe I've got is they're going up. People will hear this. This is kind of the first time. They go, oh yeah, it's going up. And then this phrase will start and they go, oh, it's going down. And then it goes down one more extra note. So it doesn't actually do the same timing as this one. And they're like, oh, is it going to actually... This is me making a narrative for the person, every single person listening. But, you know, it kind of, they think, oh, it's going to keep going down. But then we hit them with another one of these when they kind of when they realize something isn't quite going on. And that to me is a really good kind of double whammy of call and response or tension and release, because we have, we have the one part, the second part, the third part, which is going to be different, but it's not. And it kind of resolves in a more, it just adds a little bit of an edge to it. I think. In my head it does anyway. You guys tell me. So let's use, let's just start with a redux on this saw wave, and the redux rate, let's just have it come down like this and see what happens. I really need to sort my grid out. There we go. So let's try this. Not bad, but the redux isn't what I want. We could go for let's try I'm not sure, we'll go saturator. I'm putting it after the reverb. We may not need that. Let's solo this track. I'll tell you what, we can get rid of the reverb over this. So getting rid of the reverb over time will really sharpen it up in this last note. Okay, so we'll have the dry wet of the saturator coming up, the reverb going down, and we'll bring the bass up for this like this. And it'll be good to have some more volume as well. Oh, we've already got the limiter really pushing it here. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to reset this track back to 0 dB, and we will be using a utility to get that volume, because I do actually want to bring it up. So we're at like negative 20 something, right? Just playing with the saturator, getting the vibe we want. What if we do a wave shape? I kind of like this note here, so I don't think we need this. And we could even make this quite long. This, and yeah, this last note could kind of morph into this, whatever sound we're going to choose for this one here. And we could bring the reverb back in while this long note is playing, because that could be quite cool. A big sweep, a very sudden sweep. Whoa! Oh shit! That's a bit too much, but... that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie. We just have to... Maybe if we bring the limiter down a bit. Let's bring the compressor sidechain down a bit. We're getting a lot of highs coming through in that reverb, so I might actually EQ it and go like this, see if that makes a difference. What if we even, what if we, I might do too much here, but what if we pitch bend this down? That's kind of cool, because that almost adds a key change, because it's going down a fifth. Maybe it needs to happen just a little bit later, maybe here. No, I kind of like it where it was. Just for fun, I want to change the pitch bend range to, let's just go 24 for a start. That creates a cool effect. I wonder if, gotta keep it simple, but I wonder if we have two of these, so we just have an extra last note here, and this one we go down 5 and that one we go down 24. It's a bit too low to have this kind of harmonic thing, but what if we go up instead for this one? Might have. just going to stick with this idea for a second. Can't really hear this one. No, I'm gonna get rid of this. Anyway, that was this is cool. What I'm thinking here. Hear how like that pitch bend when it comes down, it almost has a bit of silence. Hear how this part here, it's when the pitch of the oscillator goes so low that the individual clicks are very far spread apart, and then the reverb kicks in and adds that real crazy kind of harsh high sound. So I feel like we could put something in here, so it's almost like this has gone down and then there's a sound here that almost triggers what happens next. Anyway, I'll play with that in the next one. Let's just listen to that one more time. Happy with this. Happy with this. Cool. Catch you tomorrow.